Hello, 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 hello. Audio testing, audio testing. Uh, I'm gonna do a little something. I'm gonna see the properties of there has been some kind of background noise when I talk in with my microphone or whatever. I shit. How I should do this? I am not so sure what settings to check. Maybe I won't do it now. Maybe after the stream at some point I will do a little something to check if I can reduce the background noise. It might be my fridge, it might be my computer, it might be the microphone itself. I have no idea, but hopefully it doesn't bother y'all too much. The only thing I hear is what sounds like a fan or AC unit. I mean, that certainly is a noise that there is. My fridge can be really noisy at times, so I don't know. It's annoying. But it's fine. We'll live through it today, okay? Not suitable for children or people who are easily disturbed, it says in the game. Ooh, okay. I'm getting kind of hot, but I want to be inside of my sweater. This is difficult. Difficult decisions to make. Hello, Maggie. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so my understanding is that this game takes around 6 to 8 hours to beat, so maybe 3-4 streams. I am attempting to stream a shorter stream today too, like maybe 2 hours, because first of all, I want to preserve my throat, and second of all, I want to play some Wuthering Waves later, because I finally got a character I wanted, and I got a weapon for her. So, feeding us the classics this week. Yes, I am feeding y'all the classics. Yes. I don't know. My impression is that maybe there's a few Menhiras here, but it's gonna be like, it's still gonna be just a normal-ish, like, maybe a little yandere tropey, you know, romance visual novel game, right? That's my impression. I have never watched anything Doki Doki Literature Club and have not played it because I've been thinking that it's good streaming content. So we'll see if that happens. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit http://ddlc.moe/warning.html. Well, I think I'm gonna be so fine. Had to leave midway through Yumaniki stream. Sadly, but oh well. It's fine, it's fine. This game is dangerous because all the girls are too cute to handle. Oh my god, the cute aggression is real. The only thing that makes this game dangerous is that it causes severe cute aggression. I'll be so fine. I have anxiety and depression, but we are gonna be so fine. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing I mean, we can agree that I am at least 13, right? We can agree on that. I agree that I am at least 13 years old. Team Salvator. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Luckily, I'm not easily disturbed. I am the one who causes disturbance. Whatever. A new game. Please enter your name. It's a happy music, okay? I think we're off to a great start. 13-year-old dating game. This is amazing. We can finally like experience what it's like to be 13, right? Team Salvator also made a mod for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Is the music okay? Is the game audio level okay for y'all? Or should I put it a little down? What do you think? This game seems really happy, like there's a lot of pink, there's a happy upbeat background music, there's cute girls going to high school. I don't know what a 13-year-old does at a high school, but maybe we're just that smart, you know? Maybe we have the brainsies to go to high school at 13-year-olds. Music's okay, maybe a bit quiet. Maybe a bit quiet even. Maybe a bit quieter, okay. There we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance. I love that we started with an annoying. I think the game developers know what they're talking about. A lot of anime girls tend to be really annoying, right? They aren't 13, I think they're all 18 or older, but okay. Okay. Well, we are at least 13. We have agreed on becoming and being 13, regardless of what the situation actually is. That's the best girl of this game. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Sounds like me though. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up on me. I overslept again. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Ryuki. Sayori's best girl, you cannot convince me otherwise. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I want to strangle myself. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Doki, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Oh, shit, what did I do? Oh, I went to full screen mode. I'm not in a full screen mode anymore. Why, Doki, lol, why do you want to do that? It's the voices, okay? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Hope you can handle 3 more also. What happened? Why is fully screen mode fucked up? I don't know. Read normally maybe, that will save some throat strength. Screen's a bit off-center. What the fuck happened? What is this game doing? This game is cast. Let me move it back the way it should be. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? Okay. There we go. It should be fine now. I'll move myself a little to the right. There we go. Evil full screen, exactly. How dare they? Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me. When I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. Oh, that's a term I have not heard in a long time. Because you're not used to the real world. Let's see how far this goes, because I know this game, like I know Undertale, but I will not spoil it. Yes, do not spoil it. No spoilers here, okay? No spoilers allowed. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. I haven't heard of NEET. Yeah, it's been some years. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I know, right? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. NEET is an insult for people who don't go to school and not work, yeah. It kinda like has some overlap, or like it crosses a bit with like hikikomori. I love how the girls go up and down when they're in good or sad mood. And the jiggle physics, am I right? The school day is as ordinary as ever, but it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Can't find it. It has charm to it, yeah. The jiggle physics? Yeah. Clubs. Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I mean, there's no choice really. Hello? Sayori? My neighbors must be listening to like, what the fuck is this person doing there? I really hope I move out of this apartment in like a few months. So I don't need to face my neighbors anymore. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Are your neighbors dicks or what? I think I'm the dick for being so loud and cringe, you know? Speaking out loud and voice acting anime girls, you know? No, I don't meet my neighbors. I say hello to them in the staircase, but I don't know my neighbors, which is a good thing. Stretch, guys. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you let your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There is no way. I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Yes, okay. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah. Oh, no, it's me. Yeah. I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Sayori's the type of girl who would hug someone regardless of how uncomfortable they are. Yeah, I hate these kind of people. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Girls so aloof, for real. Yeah. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I bet she's just an airhead, right? I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! I hate this. I hate every moment of this. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Guess goofball of this game and best girl. No one disses Sayori for good reason. I think there is a certain type of player who enjoys an airhead. I am not that person. I enjoy adults. I'm an adult enjoyer. I am a reasonable person enjoyer. I'm a serious person enjoyer, but also a person who is a little bit of a goofy goober, you know? I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for 3rd-year classes and activities. Yeah, since we're 13 years old, right? Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I will be forgetting all the voices I have been doing for these girls. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Ryuki, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I hate this. Maybe I should not do voices. I'm gonna drink a little bit of hot cocoa. I googled the difference between hot cocoa and hot chocolate. Hot chocolate includes an actual piece of chocolate that has been melted into it, I suppose. The thing I'm drinking is not like that. It's just of cocoa powder and sugar. Important things. These are the important things in life, right? All words escape me in the situation. Of these 3 girls, I'd say the one on the left or the one on the right are my type. But if one of these were to be, if looking at this and thinking who's the closest to my own partner, it's the middle one, which is which is interesting. Not actually, maybe their personality. I don't know these girls yet. But like looks wise, if I had to make my partner into an anime girl, I think the middle one would be like kind of like a basis I would go off of. Also, I am boiling in my hoodie. I need to take it off. It's unfortunate. I was wanting to be in a comfy clothing, but I guess it's not cold enough for them, you know? I guess I just have to suffer and be a little chilly, you know? In a t-shirt. Anyway, This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Update your YouTube model. Okay. We have reduced clothing. Okay. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. So sorry. Natsuki. The entire fandom doesn't. Well, I'm not part of the fandom, aren't I? Wait. Am I? Also, I put the music a little lower. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. A small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice meeting both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Ryuki. Monika smiles sweetly. I feel like Monika is like, I have an impression that Monika is like maybe the second most, I guess, liked girl. I think she falls into the kind of such a generic and broad trope that a lot of people like, a lot of people fancy. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Ryuki. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit with me and Monika. Sit next to me or Monika. I hate fucking English. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Do you draw the thumbnails yourself? Yeah. No way I would have the money for anything to be bought. I have commissioned one singular art piece, and that was for Tales of Arise, but I have not been playing the game, so... But like, I'm broke as fuck, so everything in my streams is generally made by me if I don't like add somewhere credits. So for example, my model and everything is done by myself, and rigging and stuff like that. Yada 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 yada. But if there was like a thumbnail someone else made, if I commissioned art pieces or if anything, of course I would like credit it in the descriptions or something like that. But I'm broke as fuck, so that's not option in the foreseeable future. However, my partner got a whole new pack, a whole new I guess pack of Magic the Gathering cards, and for the deck they would like to have a token, and they were asking if they could commission me to do the artwork for it, and I'm actually kind of excited. It's my partner, of course, yeah, but it's my first ever art commission. Hell yeah. Hydration time. Yeah, I was thinking what kind of thumbnail to do for this game, but I was like too hung up on playing Wuthering Waves, so I literally made this one in 20 minutes or something. Partners in crime. We are partners in crime, but partner means like an actual partner. I'm in a relationship. And my partner is also non-binary, so that's why I call him partner. We are also partners in crime though. We have committed crimes actually. We have committed crimes, but I will not disclose which ones. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Why can't I sit like in the middle of them? Like get from both of the worlds? I don't. English is like escaping me. I can't formulate sentences. Jaywalking, lol. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ears. Oh, that sounds lovely, and now I want muffins. I want cupcakes now. Is there a difference between them? I don't think so. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself? Lol, Natsuki being at the baker is adorable, yeah. I'm gonna be improvising voices every single fucking time for each girl. Like, I will not be able to stay consistent here. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you know? You dummy. Alright. You a tsundere, I know right. Tsundere is another thing I don't like. Like, I think it's cute if it's a bit, you know, if it's like, if a person consciously like acts a little tsundere, but they're not actually genuinely a tsundere. It's just like they do a little bit of a tsundere act, like occasionally to, like, you know, make a little like act out of something, I don't know. But if a person is a tsundere, I don't like it. She's a tsundere if it isn't obvious. Yeah. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that... you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Yuri is my type of girl, okay? Yuri catching strays already. Yeah. Isn't there like a data test? There must exist a data test. Let me see. Data test. Which data are you? Let me see. I think That there must be something. I accidentally wrote Dede. Dede types wiki. Official, what is your Dede type? Okay, it's quiz time, guys. It's quiz time. Okay. 20 questions. What is your Dede type? Okay, we are gonna do this here. Okay. Which Dede are you? Capture cursor, and then there we go. We are doing this. Oh my god. Yuri is very shy and timid. Yes. Yuri is gonna be the girl going after probably, or then Monica, but probably Yuri. Also Yuri's name means Yuri, so I think that's a win. Okay, let's do the Dede type. Are you open about your crush? Holy shit, there's so many options here, what the fuck? I'm gonna put the game a little lower. Yes, I'm always open about my feelings and always tell them how I feel. Yes, I constantly shower them with love, maybe even too much love, but I just love them. Only after I get closer to them and feel more comfortable. Only when we're alone together. Only if they can't hear me. I try really hard to be open, but the words just won't come out. Crush? What? I don't have a crush. Yes, but only when I'm not embarrassed. I don't have the energy to confess. No, they better ask me out. I don't need a crush. I'll tell them if anything if it gets me what I want. I'm gonna go with I don't need a crush. I don't find romance, I don't find relationships as something necessary, okay? It's something that if it happens, it happens, but it's not something I want. Okay? I'm not looking for crushes. I've never wanted a crush. Oh my god, this is such a cute picture though. Your crush suddenly gives you a kiss on the cheek in public. How do you react? I kiss them back, of course. I start blushing like crazy and fawning over them. Oh my god, why are there so many options here? I scream in joy at the top of my lungs. I start blushing but accept it openly. I start rubbing against them and purring. I'm surprised we're doing a quiz. Of course we are doing a quiz. I haven't done quizzes in a while. I think this is partially kind of fun. Who the fuck starts purring? I feel a sudden desire to mess with them back. I ask them to please spank me too. I try to escalate the kiss into something more lewd in public. I politely tell them to please wait until we're alone in private. Why is the room suddenly spinning? I call them a dummy and run away flustered. I become embarrassed and accidentally punch them. Yeah, that's the way. That's right, they better kiss me. That's like yandere, isn't it? This quiz gives me 2010 Tumblr vibes. You are so correct about that. I love 2010 Tumblr vibes in retrospect. Not when it actually was a thing. I mean, it's like, it's nostalgia, but still. I start crying from happiness. I don't react, but internally I'm blushing. Kisses are a waste of time, and I make sure to let them know. How dare they touch me? Are they taking me out shopping later? Yes, then I'll kiss them back. Of course, silly. Finally my beloved has kissed me. You gross. Ah, you're so sweet. There's multiple ones I would probably go for. I would either kiss them back, start blushing, but accept it openly though. What does that mean? I would maybe feel a sudden desire to mess with them back. This, like, depending on the context though. Like, you know, if it's like, we have been kind of messing around already, if we have been flirting and there has been kind of this energy being building up between us, maybe I would have a desire to mess with them back. But I could also politely tell them to please wait until we are alone in private. If the situation is like, okay, so this person has wanted to kiss me, I think it's time to do a talk, you know? And then I would wait, like I would try to contain myself and wait until we're in private, and then we have a conversation about it, you know? It could also be that I don't react, but internally I would be blushing. I would be kind of like still and frozen and kind of see what's happening. Actually, I'm gonna go maybe with this one, because when I think of most of the times this has happened, it's probably this that I do, that I just don't react, maybe? I don't know. This is difficult. What would I do? We are in public. Maybe I wouldn't kiss them back because we are in public, so I don't know, but I would maybe be blushing, you know, openly accepting it, like, so showing that I'm fine with it, right? Maybe I'll go with that. Like, I wanna, like, tell them that I like it, you know? Okay, let's go with that. Did it take you a long time to warm up to your crush? If you're talking about my partner currently, I took a liking to them very quickly. It was immediately love at first sight. We were destined to be together. It took a while, but not too long. It was straight away, but I was too shy to approach them. I can't be a bit stubborn. I didn't think anyone would like me. Anyone would like someone like me, so I didn't try. It only took so long because they didn't notice my feelings sooner. It was a very slow process, but now I'm head over heels for them. I'm just really good at showing my emotions or communicating my feelings, so it took a long time. Well, they were rich, so I still hate them. Or I love them, maybe? Oh my god, I hate that. I think I'm gonna go with this. I didn't think anyone would like someone like me, so I didn't. I think actually I wouldn't say that either. It took a while, but not too long. Maybe that. I don't know. A lot of these could like somehow apply, but not. Like I took a liking to them in my like in relation to like in my context. I took a liking to them quite quickly, but I wouldn't maybe put it there. Warm up to your crush. I mean, I don't ever try. I'm gonna go with this because I just don't try. I just have like, if I have a crush, I just have it and I don't do anything about it, you know? And in my partner's case, I was like, oh, they won't be liking me back anyway. Okay, quick. Someone is picking on your crush. What do you do? I will quickly go over to my crush and act like we have plans to get them away from the situation. I will quietly go tell someone who could help my crush. That's so fucking lame. What a fucking loser is the person. I will scold the person who is picking on my crush. That's the way to go. I will start crying because I'm helpless and can't defend my crush. I will immediately start yelling at the person who is picking on my crush from across the room. I will try to cause a distraction to indirectly help my crush. I will go over to help my crush immediately, but I will pretend I did it for another reason. I will hiss at the person who is picking on my crush. That would be so funny, just going there and just like showing your teeth like a cat and just starting to hiss with no like everyone will be just like stop, like bamboozled, like what the fuck is happening right now. Helping my crush is such a pain, but I'll do it. If anyone picks on my crush, I'll kick their butt. Even 3-on-1, I'll take them all on and win. I will help my crush immediately if they agreed to buy me gifts. I will kill them. I will start laughing in disgust and think about just how absolutely pathetic my crush is. That's so mean though. I will scold the person who is picking on my crush, probably. Or maybe I'll kick their butt. I mean, depends. If it's just like some loser just like trying something to say something, then I'll just go and scold and just take my partner away. Someone else is flirting with your crush. How do you react? I'll try even harder to win my crush over. I'd be devastated, of course, but as long as my crush is happy, I am happy. I'd tease my crush about having a girlfriend/boyfriend. Who the fuck does that? I'd go home and cry myself to sleep. I'd get upset and start name calling my crush and the person they're oh my god, that's mean. So like childish. I'd get upset at myself for not having the courage to tell my crush how I felt sooner. It doesn't concern me. I'm perfectly fine being alone. I will try to help them get together. After all, my crush deserves everything their heart desires. Well, there's other money in the sea. It's a good thing we're both like not that well off, so that's not a thing that really concerns us. I suddenly feel an urge to hurt someone. I'll tear the two of them apart just so I can be the one to break my crush's heart. That's horrible. I'd be devastated, of course, but as long as my crush is happy I'm happy. That's me. This is 100% me. Speaking of flirting, how do you flirt with your crush? I don't. Why are there so many options here? Why are there so many options here? This is insane. And we're only at question 6 out of 20. I am kind of regretting starting this quiz now. Okay, I try everything I can to make them feel loved. Oh, that's so cute though. I'm very straightforward and immediately confess to them. By blushing and admiring them every time I see them. I flirt by trying weird and silly things to win their affection. Aww. By batting my hands and meowing at them. This shit is gonna be 60% quiz, 40% actual gameplay, lol, yeah? Can't stop now, yeah, we can't. Oh my god, imagine someone just coming at you and then batting their hands and being like, meow. I immediately proposed to them and asked them for their hand in marriage. This is Jamie to Cove. This is Jamie to Cove in our life. I tried to build them a harem. Was that Gary from SpongeBob? I have not watched SpongeBob, I'm sorry. I shouted I'm in love with them at the top of my lungs. What the heck? I had them a leash and asked them to become my master. I tried to seduce them with my body. I can't be serious with my feelings just yet, so I playfully flirt with them. I'll keep that there just to, like, you know, come back to it. I flirt by calling them a cutie in a language they don't understand. I hate it. I hate it when people use languages that are not shared between, like, you know, their conversation partner. For whatever reason. Internet Crybaby 64, Doki Quiz Club, yes. We are doing the quiz instead of the game. Welcome to the quiz stream. I went to try to even ever do anything like that. I can only become flirty when I'm drunk. Flirt? Oh, why would I flirt with that dummy? I tell them if they have time to flirt, they have time to go around 100 laps. I just try to become close friends with them and slowly build a relationship. Oh, this is so me. This is so... this was my strategy. This was my strategy with my partner. With my other partners, it's been a little different, but I'd say this... I guess this series is gonna be 5 episodes long, yeah, probably. Flirting is so undignified. They should just know how I feel. I make them worship me because I'm perfect. Flirting is such a pain. I'm too sleepy to... Oh, ... On losers who want something from you would do something as meaningless as that. Oh my god, I flirt by following them around everywhere they go so I know what they like. That's horrible. Anyway, I just try to become close friends with them and slowly build a relationship. And because with my close friends we can anyway like throw like flirty jokes around. It's like basically half flirting anyway. What's your general mood like when you're with your crush? Cute and lovey-dovey, no. Unbelievably excited to be around them, probably. Enjoy showing off the weird things I'm interested in, yes. I have a very playful nature, yes. I'm a lot more talkative than I usually am. I feel way less sad than I normally am, and almost happy even. Oh my god, I act very lewd around them. And my head immediately starts spinning and I don't know what's happening, but I feel like I'm going to faint. I just get so nervous around them that it makes me act all stuck up. I yell at them to go three harder and then insult them. What the heck? I act like an older sibling and always look out for their best interest. That's weird. I make them spoil me and give me lots of love and attention. On the outside I may appear indifferent or even cold, but I am truly overjoyed to be around them. I'm very hostile towards. I mean, cute aggression is a real thing. Cute aggression makes me want to act like with aggression, okay? I have it. It's a serious problem. I see my partner, they're fucking adorable, and I want to strangle them because they're so cute. I just can't contain it, and then I don't know, I try to, I don't know. It's hard to contain myself. On the outside, I may appear indifferent. I act whatever way I think they like the best, so I can get what I want. Come on. Okay, so excited, weird things, playful nature, and this and lewd are all the ones that apply to me. But if we're talking about the crush level, I'd say I feel less sad than I normally am and almost happy even. But that also, like, if I'm in the midst of a depressive episode, I'm gonna go with I'm unbelievably excited to be around them. I'm gonna go with that because it comes like excitedness comes off as like playfulness and then, you know, almost like happiness. I didn't think a cute aggression was a real thing, lol. Just some random. Okay, if you look at if you look at kittens, soft little fur balls, do you not get cute aggression? Wait a moment. Baby piglet. Oh my god, adorable. That's so adorable. Like, you can't say that when you look at this, you don't feel this huge feeling of I wanna hug it, I wanna hug it so bad, I wanna touch it, I wanna pet it, I wanna like give it a tight hug and never let it go, and I wanna take care of them, and oh my god, they're so adorable, it's so adorable, look at that, these are so cute. These are so cute, oh my god. Or then Highlander cow. Oh my god, baby. Oh my god. Just like, look at this. Look at that. It's so cute. Oh my god, this one has a little flower. They're adorable. They're just little fur balls with huge little ears and snoots. And this one has a little mlem going on. I mean, how can you not just feel like you're exploding out of like happiness looking at this? You're cruel. You don't do that. What is your heart made out of? Stone? Ice? What's your general mood like when you're not with your crush? Okay, I'm trying to be a little bit fast. When I'm not with my crush, I'm happy and looking forward to the next time I get to spend time with my crush. That is like a usual thing, right? Telling everyone that my crush is. I mean, I do that. To mediating and trying to find inner peace. Carefree person likes usual things. Shy person get nervous a lot. Lewd person, strict person, depressed, crying non-stop, dignified presence and perfect manners, quiet and keep to myself, admired by others because of my cool behavior, but people tell me I come across as cold and emotionless. Yes, this is me. I'm so cool. Okay. Heart made of muscle, hopefully. Mine's made of magma rock, melted rock. Also, also muscle, hopefully. Would you say you got a bit of a sharp tongue? Have you ever insulted your crush? I might call them out if they're doing something reckless, but never for any other reason. How it feels to be disliked by others, and I would never do that. I've already barely speak around them as it is. I mean, I think I might call them out if they're doing something reckless, but never for any other reason. And then I can be quite cold towards them sometimes if I'm like burning out, if I'm like exhausted and I just don't have the energy to deal with social situations. But I'll go with this one, so it's like generally that's how I am. I hope. You're a human. Are you sure about that? Can you confirm you're a human? How can I prove it though? In a relationship, would you say you're caring for and pampering your crush more, or are they pampering and caring for you more? I think it's a competition at this point, honestly. But I think I would say we take care of each other equally. My pets! I mean, my crush always listens to me and I always make sure to care for them. What's going on with this one here? I like to act like I'm a strong and independent person who doesn't need their help, but I depend on them so much. Okay, I think this might be calling me out a little bit. Oh my god. Master. Okay. Hello Anna, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the not Doki Literature Club, but instead it has turned to which dere type are you quiz. You think, therefore you are. You chose to do this quiz, Ryūki lol. Yeah, I am regretting it a little bit. Do you share your emotions with your crush? I usually share my emotions, but only the good ones, so I share my true feelings, but then I play them off as a joke. I keep my true feelings to myself and only share the ones that I think they want to hear. I'm not very good at showing my emotions on my face, but I always try my best to express them verbally. I keep my emotions under check at all times, but I am not afraid to show them when I feel a desire to. Let's go with that, I think. Yeah. What's the first impression someone would get after meeting you? That I'm fucking cool. Oh my god, there's so many options. That I'm incredibly sweet and filled with love, no. That I'm kind and loving yet over the top, no. That I'm someone who is dignified and admired, heck no. That I'm peaceful, that might be. That I'm quite silly and not the smartest person, no. That I'm very eccentric, probably. That I'm very lewd person, no. That I don't like to have fun, no. That I'm quiet, yes. That I'm extremely shy. That I'm easily embarrassed and not always honest with myself. That I'm fun and playful. That I only care about material things. That I'm emotionless and cold-hearted. That I'm kind yet stern and can be strict. That I'm scary and mean, egotistical and bossy, miserable and gloomy, lonely and cry easily, tend to hide my true self, overprotective, sleepy. I think sleepy is one of these two. Time for some. Eccentric, probably a little bit. That I'm quiet. I think I'll go with maybe quiet, or maybe that I tend to hide my true self. I don't know. It's either one. Hydration. What question are we on, lol? We are on 12 out of 20. I'm gonna go with that I tend to hide my true self. That's like the feedback I've gotten. Why do you like spending time with your crush so much? Because they're awesome. Because I can admire them up close and personal. Because they give me lots of head pats. Do people actually do head pats? I've tried it. I tried giving head pats to my friends and to my partner and stuff, and it just feels awkward. It just doesn't land nicely and doesn't feel soft. It doesn't look satisfying. It just feels odd. What are we drinking tonight, boys? Boy needs countless amounts of energy drink. I have hot cocoa and then I have like this C vitamin drink. Because my partner wants me to take care of myself and not get sick. So I'm drinking this C vitamin how do you call it? Supplicant? I don't fucking care. I don't know. C vitamin drink. Because they're so fun to mess with and tease. Their reactions are so cute, but that's true. They're so fun to mess with. Because I need to listen to everything my master tells me to. Good choices. I got my coffee, yeah. I was thinking of having coffee, but I think I would be over the top. I have already had coffee today, and I think I'm energetic as I already enough already, you know? Me feel better when I'm done. Oh yeah, because they give me confidence in myself. Yeah, because they're the only one who accepts me despite my strange behavior. Yes. What? I'm not spending lots of time with them, thinking about them all day and night, 24/7. Okay, that's also kind of me, because I can be myself around them. Yeah. Because I love getting very intimate with them. Yeah. Because they show me that love isn't wordless. Yeah. How else are they supposed to worship me? I mean, right? Yeah, right? Because they have something I want. Oh shit, there's so many. Because I just love to make them happy and they make me happy too is one of them. I want to mess with them and tease them. But that's not like, if I think about like my primary reasons, it's not to mess with them and tease them. That's like part of the fun. And like sometimes when I'm down, they make me like, I'm sometimes down and they make me feel better, but that's not the reason I want to spend time with them, right? It's just part of it. And also they give me confidence, but that's not the primary reason I meet them. I don't go there for ego, you know, hyping, you know? They accept me despite my strange behavior. Part sounds like me with the girl I like. I mean, I think that's true. Yeah, I think they're not the only one who accepts my weird behavior, but it's like let's go with I can be myself around them. But at the same time, it's like I try to be in denial, but I also like spend a lot of time thinking about them, even though I don't want to admit that. Ah, I wonder what it is. They show me that love isn't worthless. That's so sweet, though. That's so sweet. So many good options here. Oh my gosh. What should I go with? Maybe I'll go with this one. Who made the first move? You or your crush? My crush, of course. Every single time. What's the idea for a perfect romantic date? A wedding. A wedding. Absolutely anything. As long as my crush is with me, we can be lovey-dovey together. Okay, that's kind of cute. Lovey-dovey while sharing weird hobbies. Oh yeah, doing something embarrassing and humiliating in public. Who the fuck enjoys that? Just admitted it, and I'm convinced your partner is lurking in the stream. Listen, lol. If not listening to the word, lol. My partner, if they're listening to the stream or the VOD later, this bit, they can send me a feedback on this bit of this quiz, and I can share it with you the next time I play Doki Doki to share if they agree with my options here. with them and giving them lots of head pats, enjoying alcoholic beverages together at home so I can let loose and show my lovey-dovey side, trying to seduce them so we can get all lovey-dovey. A date is far too embarrassing. I'd rather just spend time with them alone where nobody can see us being lovey-dovey together. I mean, I can share weird hobbies together, but are my hobbies weird? Probably not. I mean, VTubing is kind of weird, but we are not doing it together, right? Something nice and quiet where I can be myself around them and act all lovey-dovey. Going to my favorite restaurant? Nope. Spending time being lovey-dovey together at home, going out on a date is yes, okay, yes, at home, definitely. Actually, what do you guys, what do you define as a date? What is a date? Because me and my partner, we can't come to an agreement on this part. Definition of a date. Because they think that just, you know, hanging at home and loitering is a date. Like, every time we meet is a date. But what does it mean, like, if we move together? Does it mean that every fucking day is, like, we are on a 24/7 date? I've got a romantic appointment or engagement, but that's not specific enough. Shit. What is considered a date? A trial period in which two people explore whether to take their relationship further towards a more permanent. But what if people in long-term relationship go on a date? What is the meaning of a date with someone? An appointment to meet someone or go out with them. What is the definition? I'd say hanging out with the intent to be alone, build up relationship. I don't define going to the movies as a date unless it's like the 5th date, but I consider going to a restaurant a date, obviously. Why though? What's the difference? I think Imagi has a good definition, like the intent to be alone, build up relationship. But then again, I don't know if it's like hanging out with the special attention towards the relationships. Maybe that's like a date. I don't really know. Do you have any violent tendencies or urges? Oh yes. When I playfully toy with my crush and never anything serious. Or then is there cute aggression here? I prefer to tear people down from behind the scenes. Being violent takes too much energy. I never lose my cool like that. I would never hit my crush, but sometimes I wish they'd hit me. Dating is a roguelike. It never... Oh my god, you're so right about that. You're so right about you. One you can talk, the other you just watch a movie is almost total silence. All true. Unless you're alone in the movie theater, you know? Or at home watching the movie. Only when I playfully toy with my crush and never anything serious. Yes, that's the violent urges and tendencies I have. Playfully toying. Are you an extrovert, introvert, or an ambivert? I am an ambivert. I think every person is an ambivert. Are you confident in yourself? Yes, I carry myself with much confidence. I never get nervous or doubt myself. I am not the most confident in myself, but I can carry myself without any problems. No, I am very unconfident and get nervous a lot. I kind of hate myself at times. Oh man, don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that. Have you ever denied your feelings for your crush? I almost always denied them. Something I now regret. I only deny them if other people are looking because it's too embarrassing. Have you ever denied your feelings for your crush? I mean, occasionally, probably. Probably occasionally. Last question. Fuck yeah, lastly. How did you change after spending time with your love interest? I became happier than I already was. I feel so loved. I became more aware of my own feelings. I learned that I do want love for myself and don't want to just watch from... Oh my god, this is gonna be the most difficult choice, okay? Oh no, I'm the second choice of the confident one. Okay, that's good, that's good. I learned that I can't use my body to get what I want. I learned that I genuinely want them to like me for my personality. Confident, honest. With telling them how I actually feel now, I can tell them I love them. I became more used to being affectionate with them. I learned to control my violent impulses. I became happy. I learned that even someone like me can find love and joy. I learned that I can let others inside my heart. I feel so grateful to have someone to depend on. I became softer and learned to show my weakness. I learned that I can be taken care of. I became more motivated. I mean, a lot of these apply, right? I think my crush has become my entire life. I am completely addicted to them. 5 episodes because of this damn quiz lol. Oh yes, it's a DDLC stream. Yes, it is. I learned that I don't hate them. I learned that I actually love them all along. Oh, the true haters to lovers, enemies to lovers. I'm gonna go with this one, maybe? Or maybe this one. Maybe this one. Let's go with this one. But there's a lot of I can like agree on. I'm a kiridere. I have actually never heard of a kiridere. I'm not that I'm not that educated on deres. Roshi-dere, go-dere, nyandere, hime-dere, kane-dere, kami-dere, sunao-hit, em-dere, ojo-dere, ero-dere, yandere, kiri-dere. What is the 0% there? How do you compare to others? Okay, no one else is kiri-dere. Most people are deretsun, or dandere, or bakadere. These are kind of, I kind of know these. Smag-dere, dere-dere, tsundere, doro-dere, hime-dere, hanji-dere. Oh my god, okay. You're a kiri-dere. Get back to work. This festival must be perfect. You're a very strict and serious person. You have the personality of an overbearing student council president. Oh my god. You are not impolite, but you are not friendly either. You demand order everywhere you go and have a tendency to reprimand those who don't follow the rules. However, when you are alone with your crush, you are surprisingly cute and affectionate. You will let down your strict exterior and start acting all lovey-dovey with your crush when you can just be yourself. I am not that strict, okay. I am not that strict. Enemies to lovers is a strange one to me, lol. I love enemies to lovers. Enemies to lovers is one of my favorite tropes of like romance. There's a lot of spice there, you know? Okay, let's get back to the game. This took like half an hour. Okay. Monica. So, what made you consider the literature club? Enemies to lovers is ultra cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. It's just like there's so many levels to it. There's so much to build up from, and there's so much room and possibilities, opportunities for conflict and really delicious moments, right? And a lot of passion, right? I'm afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Maybe we should also like save the game. There we go. Yeah, we are getting back on track, guys. We are getting back on track. Also, can I point out how Monica is the only one in the group who faces directly forward? Is that foreshadowing? Is that foreshadowing? Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica. Yeah. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? No, I think she's just serious, to be honest. There's definitely foreshadowing later though. I don't know, there can be foreshadowing already. Maybe the box in the behind in that room, maybe that chair is already foreshadowing. Maybe later we will be tied up into that chair and left inside of the closet with the door locked. There could be foreshadowing. You never know. You never know with these ones, okay? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika's a real great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Maybe the shadows are foreshadowing. Oh yes, the almighty chair. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes cool events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Ryuki, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Another thing I just noticed, why is Monika the only one with an A at the end of her name? Is it because she's the leader and they wanted to make her more unique? I think you're overreading. I think you're reading into it a little too much. Okay? I think it's just a coincidence. Maybe they just thought that Monika is a really nice name and then they just added it there, you know? Well, that can change. Maybe I'll start reading something else. Maybe I'll open an account on Archives of Our Own. Read some Thanatos like Zacharias. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Is that a sad smile? I think that's just like a shy smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world in such a world. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I like Yuri. Yuri is the best girl. I agree with her wholeheartedly. I like books. I admire fantasy genre. I admire the depths of the worlds people can create. I stan Yuri. Also, her name is Yuri, and she has elegant fingers tracing a teacup. Aside from Sayuri Natsuki, is my favorite of the group because she's cute and sweet, but also aggressive. Ah, so you like the outgoing types, do you? I don't. Although I guess my partner is an exception. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I'm like Yuri, I like Yuri. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yes, Yuri, I love reading psychological thing. I like reading psychology itself. Like I love reading like books about human, like about studies about human cognition, how it works, and you know, stuff like that. I like it. So yes, you're going after Yuri in this game, lol, but yes, I do kind of like those types, which is funny since I'm an introvert. Maybe it's like you want the extrovert to fill the space, you know? Psychological horror? I like that too. I like psychological horror too, yeah. But like, I'm very fascinated about how minds work and how things affect each other and you know, stuff like that. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. Is this foreshadowing? Is she gonna assert some psychological horror on us? At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Reading is hard. Speaking English is difficult, okay? For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Maybe not. Like you said, the chair could be foreshadowing everyone's fates. Well, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes stared over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And keep that back! Oh, I hate it. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, do you write your own poems? Yeah? Well, I guess sometimes. Natsuki is so damn cute, lol. I'm not into that tsundere type. It's like, it's too much energy. I'm too tired to keep up with tsundere, okay? I'm too tired to keep up with tsundere behavior. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Monica, I don't think she's cute. Agreed. Welcome to the stream, Monica. I stan Yuri. What do you think? Or do you stan yourself? Do you think Monica is the best girl? The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Let's stretch out, guys. Monica is here to monitor that I take the Monica route. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I'm fine, and how are you? You have a cold? If you did, you shouldn't have the door open. I have a cold. Monica, you're no, I'm completely healthy, Monica. I'm completely healthy and energized, vigorous. My vitality is at 100%. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Ryuki? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What is that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. I wish I could heat it up. The room. Maybe I'll put my hoodie back up. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought... Ryuki... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Again, the way they all move up and down is hilarious and cute. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Ryuki, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I think the main character is feeling blue balls. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Hello, Flash! Welcome to the stream. We have just joined the literature club after 1.5 hours of streaming. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. I really like poems. Also, Ryuki, since you're Japanese, doesn't Doki Doki mean like heartbeats or something? I'm not Japanese. I'm Finnish. A very important distinction. I'm Finnish. Although I studied Japanese, okay? I have lived in Japan, I'm Finnish. Very important distinction to make. But yeah, Doki Doki is like this like beating of heart, like onomatopoe. My bell will like keep forgetting sorry. Oh my god. I don't think my accent is anywhere close, anywhere near to Japanese accent. My accent is not near Japanese accent. That's my impression of a Japanese accent in English. How are you doing, Flash? How is your day going? Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Yuri, since we are already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. I'm still sorry, Ryuki. Lol, it's fine. It's completely fine. I just think it's fucking funny because I think it's like of all the guesses people have made when they tried to guess my nationality, they have guessed all kind of. They usually go with like Europe or then a few times US. No one has ever guessed Japan because I think my accent just doesn't like go along with like, or doesn't like really resemble Japanese accents, right? I mean, phonetically, Finnish and Japanese have similar kind of features, but still, it's a little different. Some people have asked if I'm from Germany. And then there was like a few people who thought I was British, which is weird. Other places people have guessed, I don't know. My brain went, Ryuki is Japanese because you mentioned you've been in Japan a while back. Yeah, I lived in Japan, but now I'm back in Europe. Unfortunately. Like, actually I was seriously considering staying in Japan and just arranging everything so that I could like stay, but it was like the practicalities of that would have been a little too difficult, so I came back, you know, and it turned out fine. Yeah, Ryuki transcends all borders. Yes, I do. I'm everywhere. I'm all encompassing. Anyway, sure, might as well. Let's walk back home with Sayori. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls? Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Learning the Ryuki lore. Yeah. I was supposed to do the JLPT N2 level exam last year, but when I came back to Finland, life went a little different than I anticipated, and I didn't continue like practicing to, you know, succeed in the exams to pass the test. And lately I've been like kind of nervous. Like I've seen like these horrible dreams where I am supposed to speak in Japanese, but I just can't make up any sentences. But lately I've been watching Japanese streamers again. And I understand. I was chatting with my Japanese friend also. They broke up with their partner and then they sent me like messages. I understood everything. Oh my god. I was like, oh, I haven't lost my Japanese at all actually. Oh, I have lost it a little bit, but like it's actually coming back. Like I'm doing research for my thesis in Japanese And I can read Japanese, I can understand. I can understand like what the articles are about and stuff. It's kind of cool. I can understand the videos I'm using for like material. It's great. This game gonna go nuts real fast. Lol. Okay, let's see how nuts it can get today. Let's save, by the way. Let's save game. Okay. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Are we actually writing a poem? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh. Oh no. So we are like doing like why are they jumping on my notebook? I also like that it doesn't include like Monica here, we are like excluding her. Okay, she likes, if we're gonna target Yuri, right? We want like something serious, something psychological, you know, right? Some daddy issues, possibly. Daddy issues. Let's go with grief. And graveyard. Why was she jumping like that? Is that trying to like show us which words like suit which one? Like if I press a word they like, they will jump higher. Okay. Let's have unending. That's deep. That's a deep word, right? Nightgown, prayer sadness, dark. Effulgent. That sounds like a fancy word, doesn't it? Let's go with a question, because that's like puzzling, you know? I think Yuri likes the puzzles. She likes complicated questions and like working her brain. Philosophy. Incongruent. Analysis. Intellectual. Judgment. Misfortune. Oh shit. Unrestrained. Death. Let's go with death. I think she will like the darkness of death. Shit! Why does Sayori like it? Okay, Festa. Trying to use all the fancy words. I'm between vibrant and fickle. I'm gonna go with fickle. Whirlwind, shopping, misery, frightening, essence. Let's go with essence. That's deep. Bouncy. This is gonna be the weirdest fucking poem ever written. Pain. Fuck. Vivacious. I don't even know what that means. Entropy. Anxiety. Determination, maybe not. Fireflies. Fireflies is great. Shit. Existence. Yes, let's go with it. I think we nailed this. We made a custom-made poem just for Yuri's heart to make it go Doki Doki. Hey again, Ryuki. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. You should have went with determination, lol. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What a beautiful poem, isn't it? Just random words assembled on a page. Isn't that amazing? Thanks for keeping your promise, Ryuki. I hope this isn't too overwhelming or of a I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join in clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Ryuki always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Does Sayori is she a murderer? Is she gonna does she plan murder of her family? She gives me the kind of vibe that she's all happy-go-lucky out on the outside, but she actually has killed her parents and has assembled has put their heads on some dolls and arranges them around a dining table and plays house with the dead bodies and what's left, the remains of her dismembered family members, you know? That's the vibe she's giving to me, okay? And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? No, I don't think Sayori has done that, lol, but it's weird parents don't show up. I think she has done that for real. I think she's a really dog person. I might be a little jealous. Oh no, don't tell me Yuri is the jealous type who will try to punish us for liking other people. How come? You and Ryuki can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Yuri isn't like that. Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Doshio. I'm really sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading so much. Is this interaction triggered with the poem we wrote, or does every girl do things? Or is this game like a hateful boyfriend, where it just clocks in to a romantic interest from early on, and then it's just it's unflexible? Oh, is there polyamory in this game? I guess not. I think the girls would kill each other or something if there was polyamory. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Question, can I give at least a very minor spoiler, cause I read your description and it says no spoilers without permission. You can't give me spoilers. This is a game I want to experience spoiler-free. There are games I don't care really much about, like if I get spoiled or not, you know, about the comings and goings of the games, but I want to experience Doki Doki Literature Club with the blissful ignorance I still have. and I think it's part of the fun what was I saying? I forgot my thought. I lost my thought. Then it should just be no spoilers, lol. No, but it's no spoilers without permission. People can't ask. And then, you know, if I'm playing a game I don't mind that much, or if I'm in the mood that I don't care, then I can just say, like, okay, you can tell. But right now I want to be ignorant and enjoy the fun of discovering the game. Saori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. A stretching time? Oh, my throat is starting to hurt. I think... Oh shit, I think keeping this around 2 hours and a half long stream is a good idea, considering that my throat might not be able to take that long. I'm curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It's almost been 2 hours, I think. It's been 1 hour 44 minutes. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the very first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Is the music too loud? Maybe it is too loud. I don't know. Tell me if it's too loud. Tell me if the game is too loud or too quiet, then I'll change it. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. this. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Sounds fine to me, that's good. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... no, that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. She wanted to read what she thinks a character liked, lol. The book is called Portrait of Barkov. Is that a real book? Portrait of Markov. Oh my god. Other people have also googled this. Is it a real book? It's not an actual book. Okay, good. So I'm not uncultured in front of the chat. It would be very embarrassing if it was actually like some very, very, very famous classic, and I would be like, oh, I don't know, that's some anime title, right? There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh, because Yuri is always watching, is that right? Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Did it? Did it come out of nowhere? She said that she likes psychological stuff and horror. So like psychological horror. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Ryuki? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Because I will make it true for you. I will make your life fall apart. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange, new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again? I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I am close to losing my interest. I feel like it is that one like girl who could ruin someone's life if she wanted to, but considering how shy and timid she is, she likely wouldn't ever. I don't know. I think she has something to do with that chair in the closet, you know? I'm calling it. I'm seeing it already. I can see the foreshadowing here. She can't even look in the direction of the chair. See? Suspicious. Well, I guess it's alright, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, right? The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Wait, was that me? I don't know. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Now that's a chair from DMC's memes. Totally, yeah, DMC's memes, yeah, DMC's memes. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. You don't know what that is, do you? DMC Oh, Devil May Cry. Yes. All right. I open the door and start the prologue. You're very uncultured in memes. I am very uncultured in memes. I have not graduated from memery, okay? Drinking my hot cocoa that is kind of cold now. So is it cold cocoa? I guess it is. Drinking my cold cocoa. Whew. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. It's almost been 2 hours, so probably. Oh yeah, the chocolate. Yeah, I was like, what do you mean by that? Had to go for a while. Did I miss something? Let's see. No. I don't think you missed anything in particular, except for like cringe voice acting. Yeah, I don't think there was anything like particularly important. Let's save. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Not much Maggie. Just Ryuki finishing up the first day. Are we close to finishing? I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ahaha. Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Now you already finished the first day in the game when you joined the club, lol. Oh. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. But here... I think MC is having blue balls. Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Partner, if you're watching the VOD, do you wanna react this? Do you wanna reenact this? I don't fucking care. Anyway. It takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. How is the MC having blue balls, lol? I mean, look at this. He's almost touching the shoulder of Yuri. See? Totally blue balling. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page? Yes, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Okay, now I get what you mean. I know. You see, I called it. That's okay. Did you just finish that? You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since You've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Hydration time. MC, be thirsty. Crybaby. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. The hydration time voice comes out of nowhere, lol. Yeah, I think it's good. My tongue gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. It's definitely effective in why you made it. It's creepy. Yeah. The hydration reminder. I was like, I wanted to have a few little like Halloweeny things to the October streams, and that was one of the things. I almost added like similar kind of voice to the stretch reminder, but I couldn't come up with anything good, and I felt like it was overdoing it, so we're just going with the hydration reminder. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. Ryuki, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. How about like random horror music? I mean, that would be a little too much, maybe. Anyway, don't you think the current soundtrack is like the perfect horror movie soundtrack? I mean, this strikes fear in me. This music I'm listening to right now in the background of the game is like it's evoking all kinds of light and fright and freeze and fight responses in me. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. I hate the background music, by the way. I hate it. Is that right, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading up tonight. Monica, alright everyone, shut your traps, ding dong, bing bong, time to read your poems, yes. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Is there... yeah, there's history. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. Oh shit, it's gonna be a bad poem, isn't it? I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. This reminds me, I was like in this Asian poetry class in like a university in Japan. And we were supposed to like turn in manga poems every other week. And I saw people using ChatGPT to make them, and I was really... I had never like even considered the prospect of using AI to, or like LLMs to, like, I don't know, in academic writing or even in this kind of like creative work. People are just blatantly using ChatGPT to make poems for the class. And it was really sad because like our professor was like this ancient old man who was really sweet and was just like reading us the poems and like discussing like the different kind of elements and symbolisms in them and how like historical events affected them thematically and stuff. Like, he was the sweetest, and I was always almost falling asleep because he was so boring too, but he was so sweet. I have no idea how old he was. I felt like he was like half fossil at that point. Truly a poem professor, but a professor of literature and poetry. But it was like really saddening to see when, because he also gave like feedback on the poems. He would actually give serious feedback on the poems, and then people would be just turning in ChatGPT generated poems. It was really sad. I tried my best to, you know, always put effort into them. I despise people using AI for stuff like that. Yeah. The whole discussion around AI and stuff is really frustrating, I think. He sounds like a cool teacher. Yeah, he was really cool. I hope he got a class that was worth it. Yeah, me too. Me too. I hope he had like at least some students who like engaged in conversations with him. Because having a class that does that, ChatGPT is just this. Yeah, especially when it's like creative writing. It's like the poems, they aren't even that long. It's just a few just a few lines of text. Professor was once a samurai law. Maybe. Anyway, I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Except we were just thinking about Yuri, right? Pleasing Yuri. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's stretching. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Yes, because she's the most experienced and totally not because we are down bad. After this poem stuff, will you save the game and head off the stream? Probably. We'll see. I do kind of want to play some Wuthering Waves, and like in 2 hours I also have like, we agreed to meet with my father. I will go to his place and we'll make kimchi together. We'll be making kimchi. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work but we have been like planning this for a long time and we're finally doing it, so that's gonna be this evening. And before that I want to play a little bit of Wuthering Waves. I want to wither a little bit on the waves. I hope this becomes serious. Yes, I will be playing Doki Doki Literature Club on Fridays. I was thinking I'll just have this slot for Doki Doki, so next week Friday we are gonna be playing around the same time, Doki Doki Literature Club. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. It's going to hate me. I really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Hello, Noisen! Doki Doki is a very normal dating game, trust. Yes, that's this is such a normal shy girl, right? We are just like a little bit interested in only not one. Oh. I think we're off to a good start. She's a little bit weird. She has a little bit of an interest in like spooky things and psychological horror, but like it's just like cutesy things, you know. It's very normal. This is very, very normal. The door is open and the chair waits us menacingly. Probably nothing bad is gonna happen. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant... Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem, not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? I see that you can talk Swedish in chat rules. Yeah, I think I should remove that from there because jag har glömt allt jag visste om svenska språket. The thing is, if anyone like comments on the chat in Swedish, I will have some kind of idea of what they are writing, because when I read, for example, news in Swedish, I can kind of understand it. But because I don't really have usage for Swedish, I should probably I have forgotten a lot of the vocabulary, and like speaking is like, no, I can't do it. Like I can read I can read Swedish, I can understand Swedish somewhat, but when it comes to like very strongly accented Swedish and stuff like that, and speaking, it's kind of perkele. Perkele, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, though I don't know if some people would understand it here, because I don't know if anyone else knows Sweden apart from Ryūki. I mean, sometimes there are like Swedish people in chat, not really often though, not really often. Yeah, perkele is the first Finnish word in my chat in history of me streaming, I think. Oh yeah, I think there's been like a few Finnish people who have ended up in my chat, but that's that. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Oh, don't tell me we are actually gonna analyze every single fucking poem they have written. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Ryūki, it's not my written language, I barely understand the Swedish. Are we actually? Yes, Ryūki, yes we are. We are actually reading all of them. Shit. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm. Yeah, that's a dot. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Tendrils of my hair. I haven't heard that type of term before, yeah. Poetry is wild. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, your dots were very bad. What? Your dots and commas. I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't... Does the game calculate how long it takes me to read the poem? I've heard way worse. Yeah, I have heard pretty bad poems. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I actually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Ryūki. Really? Oh my god, I hate playing dumb MCs. Looking like Morse code in here. I was trying to think what I was saying. I hate playing dumb MCs. I hate playing dumb MCs who have zero clue about anything. It's dumb. I must have totally missed the point. Yes, you did. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Oh my god, you're disappointing Yuri. Oh my god, I hate this. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Linger in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Keep in mind you played a rabbit that scared you. Fuck off. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about I hate the MC. That's impressive. It's really not that deep, MC. It's not that impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, sir. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You hate them. You hate dumb MCs too. Yeah, it's horrible. They suck. They're unrelatable and it's frustrating because you can't do anything about it. Oh my god. I bought Steins Gate on sale during the summer. It was only like €4. I had heard good things about it. I had heard good things about the anime series based off of it. I have tried to watch the anime of Steins Gate, but it was too boring the first episode that I wasn't able to go through it. So I was like, okay, there's a game, and everyone says that it's a very, very good game, right? It's like a very good visual novel, a breakthrough in visual novels or whatever, like a masterpiece, right? So I'm like, okay, it's €4. I'll buy it. I'll play it. Fuck it. Steins Gate sounds like it's a good game. I open it. It's insufferable. The game is insufferable. I have muted all the character voices. Soundtrack at points is okay. There are some interesting facets to the lore, but the main character and the other guy and the girl, the young girl, they are insufferable. They are annoying as fuck. They're pretentious as fuck. It's like if you like took the cringiest anime there is of characters trying to take themselves seriously and thinking highly of themselves, taking the most insufferable anime characters and then accelerated that. You doubled that. You put it like you multiplied the cringiness and the insufferableness of the characters. That's like, it's so bad. I hate it, but I want to see how it goes, because then I can then I can hate the whole game instead of just a part of it. It's so bad. It's so bad. I hate it. It's so dumb. It's insufferable. I have been like skipping through a lot of dialogue that I'm not interested in that game. Anyway, let's get back to Doki Doki Literature Club. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Ryuki. Well, dumb MCs has been incredibly funny in my opinion. No, nah, it's not. Like, if it's a relatable stupidness, like for example, I don't know, like, what could it be, for example? I don't know, leaving your phone in the fridge, or accidentally pouring milk into the wrong container or something like that. You know, that kind of stuff, or like messing up a date or something. That's fine. But when it's like this, it's annoying. Oh, but it sounds terrifying. It's terrifying. It's terrible. It's so bad. I was thinking if I should make like a drinking game out of it and stream the game, but I think I just hate it too much to even make an entertaining stream out of it. The game is horrible. I tried to show it to my partner and they were like, oh, put it away, I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it. I think that leaving a phone in the fridge is just a you thing, Ryuki. No, I refuse to believe that. I believe that other people too leave their phone in weird places, okay? Fridge included. Me too. Okay, let's go. Sayori. This is a good poem, Ryuki. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I was really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Ryuki. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Getting into the pants of Yuri. But then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, will you read my poem too, right? You'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay, dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. Or what is a secret? If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's actually kind of adorable. Vice president because she joined but sucks at literature? I think that's fitting. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be so mean. I still tried my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for letting me read the poem. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Okay, let's go. I'm tired of her. Let's go to Natsuki. Oh no, the tsundere. Not the tsundere. Oh, I want this to be over. Ryuki, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you've actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about it. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. That's not a good poem, is it? That's a pretty bad poem. That's like what you write in elementary school, right? That's like when you first learn about animals. It's like you get the prompt, make a poem about animals, and you're learning different animal species and trying to remember them by, you know, creating poems. Or like, I don't know, literature class. Okay. Yeah. I told you, you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message endless. What is the message though? There is no message in that poem, bruh. Yes. Exactly. Hydration time. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay, on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And then there's the last one. Oh my god, I can't wait for this to be over. Hi Ryuki, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? It'll be over after this one, lol. Okay, that's good to hear. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Ryuki. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. I'm getting flashbacks to what? To your time on Doki Doki Literature Club? Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Ryuki. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. I think your brain's running on autopilot right now, Ryuki. Yeah, my brains are like... My brainsies are getting fried. How am I doing? I'm doing okay, I'm a little fried at this point. I want to get back to Wuthering Waves. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I am nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. You don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you, have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. A hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. My mind is too dirty for this. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Are we actually trying to learn literature in this game? Is that actually what this is trying to do? To teach us literature? Because I'm not interested. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Maybe not lol, I don't know actually. An epiphany? Epiphany? How do you pronounce that? I have no idea. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, I guess that's everyone. Finally. And glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting, my eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrowing frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Okay, maybe now I should save and head off stream for today, lol. I'm gonna see the day to end, you know? I wanna go home. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. I don't like this. Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless... Okay, they are discussing literature. Okay, wait, history. Actually, that was a mistake. And Doki liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ryuki appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you think he didn't appreciate my advice more? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? What are we doing here? What is this? What is this? It's getting goofy. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ryuki started showing up. Bitch, you calling her out like that? You calling her out like that? Not okay. She started using push-up bras. She changed into push-up bras, didn't she? Not okay, that's a little Doki. This is why I recommended saving and heading off, because I don't think energized you're ready for that yet. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is... We can't leave it here. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting eyes. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Ryuki, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have had happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Ryuki. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings to the most effectively, by showing our boobs and wearing push-up bras. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Ryuki? Well... how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Where is this going? But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Oh well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clean my... That's not helpful, Sayori. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. I'm gonna end it here. I don't know how long this day is gonna go on. I don't know how long this game is gonna go on, so we are ending it here. I want to do a little bit of withering before I need to go make kimchi. So I'm doing it here. I'm ending it here. This has been exhausting. This has been exhausting as fuck. It seems like a very personally, I think this seems very normal. This seems like a normal high school dating simulator. I thought, though I forgot Natsuki overreacted somewhat. Yeah, I don't like tsunderes. They always overreact. Tsunderes, am I right? Anyway, I think I'm gonna go now. I have planned a stream tomorrow too. And during the weekend I will plan the schedule for next week and maybe make it public. This was exhausting. Thank you so much for everyone who was in the chat. I like this. Well, I'm happy you enjoyed. Everyone is saying hi in the chat. Thank you so much. Anyone lurking? Thank you so much. And anyone watching the VOD this far, thank you for watching the VOD. I'll hope to see you another time. And yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.